So, the Lakers of Los Angeles and the Pelicans of New Orleans made a big trade last night that blew up NBA Twitter. Rose dropped the Rose bomb of all Rose bombs. The Lakers got disgruntled unibrow superstar Anthony Davis, while the Pelicans got big baller Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, and 3 first-round picks, including the 4th overall pick in this year's draft. For the Lakers, they get Anthony Davis, the big piece of the trade. This is a guy that they wanted for a while now. He's a big name LA has been looking for ever since they signed LeBron. He's a great post player, very athletic, great defender, can shoot it a little bit, has a good ball handle for someone his size. And if you're looking for a player that you want to build the perfect big man, it will look something like Anthony Davis. And the Lakers got to keep Kyle Kuzma, who, while I don't think he's better than Brandon Ingram, I think he could be a great third scoring option that can take some pressure off of LeBron and Anthony Davis, whether he starts or comes off the bench. And LA finally has gotten that second starter put next to their big investment in LeBron James. The Pelicans got Lonzo Ball. He isn't a good scorer at all. Let's be real with ourselves. Look at the shooting splits, look at his points per game production, things like that. But he's a great defender and playmaker, one of the best young playmakers I've ever seen. He's a great defender alongside Drew Holiday. I think if he can stay healthy, they could be the best defensive backcourt in basketball. Brandon Ingram is a solid scorer who has improved every year. Hopefully he can stay healthy. And Josh Hart is a good two-way player who is a role player that almost every team would want and need. And the 4th overall pick that they could use to draft a young player to add to this young core or be traded for more assets. This could be a great start for a rebuild, especially getting your potential franchise centerpiece in Zion Williamson. But here's the thing. Why are people anointing winners and losers of this trade? Like, it just happened. Like, we don't even know what number Anthony Davis is going to wear yet. Like, actually let them play. We can't say the Lakers won the trade or the Pelicans won the trade. Why? Because we don't know how things are going to turn out yet. It's as simple as that. Like, can you see the future? Do you know how this trade turned out to be? How many outcomes exist where the Lakers win championships because of this trade? 1, 2, 3? How many outcomes exist where the Pelicans successfully build around Zion because of this trade? 3, 5, 7? My point is, we can't anoint winners and losers of a trade right when it happens. Look at the last few examples of it. People said the Kings were stupid and didn't get a good return for DeMarcus Cousins. Meanwhile, DeMarcus Cousins left New Orleans after a year and a half of playing there. Meanwhile, the big name that the Kings got in that trade, Buddy Hield, just averaged 20 points per game this last year and hit the 7th most threes of all time in a single season. Look at the Jimmy Butler trade. Many said the Bulls didn't get a good return. They got Zach LaVine, 7th overall pick, Chris Dunn, and many thought it was a bad trade because, Zach LaVine was coming off an injury and Chris Dunn wasn't good at all in his rookie year. And many thought that the Bulls should have taken a Malik Monk or Dennis Smith Jr. with a draft pick instead of taking Lauri Markkanen. Meanwhile, Jimmy Butler is not in Minnesota anymore after famously forcing his way out of town. And Zach LaVine played an all-star this past year. Lauri Markkanen looks like he could be one of the better young stretch fours in basketball. Chris Dunn hasn't been able to stay healthy, but again, once he's given minutes, he's proven he can be a solid starting point guard. Another example, the Paul George trade. While I think the trade worked out for both teams in the end, many thought that the Pacers got fleeced in this trade because many didn't view Victor Oladipo as a all-star level player, and Domantas Sabonis didn't have the greatest rookie season. But looking back on the trade now, both teams won. Paul George has developed himself into a top-level NBA player. Victor Oladipo has become one of the best shooting guards in basketball. Domantas Sabonis is arguably going to win a 6th man in a few years. So my point is, we can't judge a trade right now. Anything can happen. Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram can reach their full potential with the Pelicans, and Anthony Davis, God hope this doesn't happen to him, but maybe he deals with injuries like he always has. Or maybe Anthony Davis and LeBron win a championship and none of the pieces that the Pelicans got panned out. Anything could happen.
Anything's possible. Anything's possible.
Right now, for me, I think right now for me, I'm not saying the Lakers won the trade or the Pelicans won the trade, but I think both teams right now benefited from this trade. The Lakers get those superstar player to pair next to LeBron. The Pelicans get young pieces to put around Zion Williamson. It's as simple as that. If we were to anoint winners and losers, which I don't want to, I say both teams won this trade right now, because both teams got what they want. Well, a superstar for the Lakers, assets for the Pelicans to build for the future. But I'm not going to say the Pelicans won, but I'm not going to say the Lakers won, because I haven't seen the trade play out yet. We have to see Anthony Davis play in the purple and gold. We have to see how Brandon Ingram and Lonzo Ball and Josh Hart and maybe even this 4th overall pick play out. We have to see what happens with those first round picks, the other 2 ones that the Lakers gave the Pelicans. We need to see how it all works out. Let's give it a year or 2 to see before we jump to conclusions about this trade. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please feel free to like and subscribe, share the video. It helps me grow, get my name out there. And my hope is I can do this for fun and meet new people and, just have a fun time doing this. And I feel like sharing videos and gets out there to others, maybe bigger, but hopefully other small young YouTubers I can meet and connect with and things like that. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're new here, please feel free to like, subscribe, share the video. It helps me grow. Maybe I will come out with a podcast at the end of the week, probably on Friday again. But have a nice day, guys.